Meghalaya TMC kawan Rakshapi ya mai kan anda ka TMC kan thau sarkar ka Meghalaya TMC kan penmi lailak teli ki kam hapo kini kisan sinem manwan berkum juru ban ajing rap pisa ka belong si hajar dikasi benai kata khat arjar dikasi sinem ka barok ki samla ki bampat dan ya ka kam ka jam
hakane ka ap nyo trek urumphang John ya ka sap jong phi haki artli ki sentio bat kersan ya ka Meghalaya TMC
We are also very proud of the fact that Meghalaya is a matrilineal society where women have a very strong role and position. Women of Meghalaya are hardworking, efficient. They are known for that. Yet it is observed that there is still more to do for the women of Meghalaya. There's still more to do for their empowerment, to make them self-reliant, to make them financially and economically empowered. And Congress Party is sensitive to this. As you have already noticed in our manifesto, we have commitments towards making women more economically independent and self-reliant. For this, we have the initiatives, as you know, in our 5-star Meghalaya commitments. We are committed to giving an income, monthly income of 3,000 to single women, single mothers, below poverty line. We are also committed to undertake special entrepreneurship training programs for women to make them self-sufficient and financially independent. We are also committed to providing free health care for all our citizens. Women health care, children health care is a big issue in Meghalaya. So we are taking steps to provide free health care, and we will soon unveil our free health care scheme. We are also committed to provide free education to girls from KG to 12th standard, and this will go a long way in fulfilling the aspirations of the girl child, and especially in a matrilineal society that is very important. As you know that there have been very many complaints of power cuts, and students especially cannot study because of the frequent power cuts, and this affects every household, every woman, every child, and that is why the Congress will provide 200 units of free power to each household. Price rise has impacted the people of not only of Meghalaya, all over India, and there is a clamor that it's very difficult for women to make ends meet in this price rise situation. High price rise in every way. We have to make ends meet, we have to economize to give fulfill the needs of our children. So in this background, the Congress Party is committing to provide free LPG quarterly to each household, and I think it will be a great help to the women of the household as well. We are also aware that women of Meghalaya are very well skilled in handloom and handicrafts, and there was a great need for a special women market, and we will provide a special women market, exclusive women market with proudly made in Meghalaya with the tagline to promote especially women who are skilled in the handicrafts, in weaving, in all that is part of the culture of Meghalaya. We have also seen that security is a big issue. Security of women is a big issue in Meghalaya, and for this purpose, the Congress Party is committed to have a urban police force and to have reservations for women in the police force. So these are some of the main thrust points of the Congress Party for women in Meghalaya. Here we would also like to point out that the other political parties, while they have in their manifestos of 2018, especially I would like to talk about the NPP-led MDA government, they had them in their manifesto many issues, many promises for women empowerment in the 2018 manifesto. They have not given a report card, but we would like to give a report card of the NPP. And I would like to point out, the data tells a different story altogether. The fifth round of the National Family and Health Survey of 2019-20 has exposed the condition of healthcare in Meghalaya regarding maternal and child health, child vaccinations, and other aspects. 6% of children under the age of 12 months have received any vaccination. So you can imagine the promises they have kept for women and child, the care that the NPP has for the women and children of Meghalaya. Maternal mortality rate is 197 per lakh. Infant mortality rate stands at 34 per 1,000. The NPP has claimed that institutional delivery in the state has gone up to 64%, but in reality, it shows that institutional delivery in the state is only 58%, which is much lower than the national average of 88.6%. These are not my data. These are in public domain. These are the National Family and Health Survey data. You have also seen that children are our future. And if we don't care for the health of the children, the future of the nation is at stake, or the state is at stake. 46.5% of children are stunted. That is a very high rate for Meghalaya children. Height for age ratio due to lack of nutrition. 46.5% of children of Meghalaya are stunted. Has anybody worried about them? Has anybody mentioned about them? Nobody has mentioned about them. So these are some concerns which we would like to point out to the NPP government, what they have done for the women and children of Meghalaya. Rates of teenage pregnancy is 7.9%, which is much higher than the national average of 6.8%. Meghalaya also has a high rate of child marriage, which is 16.6%. NPP announced that it will take steps to decrease the school dropout rate. But the gross enrollment ratio in 2019-20 for Meghalaya still remains lower than other northeastern states, especially Arunachal and Manipur. NPP promised in 2018 to build higher secondary school in every block, every subdivision, but that has not yet been done. There is little progress in that front. The Home Minister of Meghalaya mentioned in the State Assembly that around 1/3 of the crimes committed against women are under the age of 18 years. So he himself has admitted that there is a big lacuna in giving security to women in Meghalaya. Crimes against women in Meghalaya have been higher than in its other northeastern states with similar population. 2021 NCRB data shows the number of crimes committed against women in Meghalaya is 685, which is much higher than other northeastern states. For the safety of the women of Meghalaya, the present government, the present NPP and MDLI government, they have done nothing. These data prove it, that they have done nothing in the last 5 years. In addition to this, human trafficking is a major issue, and the state has not been able to control it. And despite Meghalaya sharing an international border, no thought has been given to this, how to control human trafficking. So these are the concerns that we have. The NPP-led MDA government has not given any report card. The BJP has not given any report card on the 5 years of their rule here, but except give promises and promises. You have seen their manifesto, first page in all newspapers. But what have they done in the last 5 years for women and children is not mentioned anywhere. So we would like to question them. What have you done? Give us the answers. These are the data we have in front of you. Give a response to these data. Then you go to the people to ask for votes. Now on the more positive sides, we would like to introduce our women candidates here. As you know, that Congress has always encouraged women in politics. We have had from Meghalaya itself many women MLAs, many women cabinet ministers, women Rajya Sabha members, women members in the National Commission have been nominated from the Congress party when the party was in power in the UPA. So it is a given fact that Congress encourages women and women's position in any position, even in the party also. We had a working president in the party. So it is a known fact that Congress encourages women and encourages women to have participation in the discourse of the government, take decisions in the government. In this election as well, we have fielded 10 women candidates. And the youngest is 28 years old. We have with us. She is 28 years old, and we are happy that they have come forward to serve the people of Meghalaya. And we would appeal to the people of Meghalaya, especially to the women of Meghalaya, to help them win so that they can serve you.
I am Dr. Banida Shisha Kharkumar from North Mai, 21 North Mai constituency. I'm very happy to have this press conference, especially talking about issues about women and being a woman candidate. I would just like to talk about my experience in the field in North Mai constituency. The schemes which have been spoken by Madam will be of very much help in the constituency. The women in my constituency, especially in North Mai, large percentage of the voters are women voters. And women in the constituency are facing so many problems, like what has been mentioned. Early marriage is there, and then most of them are daily wage earners. Most of them are daily wage earners, and they are the supporting members of the family. Many of them are facing so many problems, and what has been promised in the manifesto will be so much help to the women in the constituency. And the free delivery, free LPG cylinders, and then the incentive of providing 3,000 per month will be so much help to the women, because they are really facing a lot of problems. Because like what we said, like everybody knows, our society is a matrilineal society. Actually, women should have enjoyed a better position in the society, but this is very much unfortunate. And we hope that if elected, I myself, being a woman representative, I would be very much obliged to bring up and lift up the women in the constituency.
I am Bethleen Dakar, and I'm a candidate from 18 West Geelong constituency. Well, when we talk about the points or the issues that I would like to take up in the constituency, first and foremost is women empowerment. Just to get you the points, the second is regarding the youth. Okay, employment, but not employment for the youth as such, but employment generation for them. And the third is child rights. Well, when we talk about women empowerment in my constituency, most of them belong to the BPL families, and most of them are single mothers who have to take care of their entire family members. So the regressive social practices that have been happening, these have not allowed the empowerment of women. Now, when I talk about regressive social practices, I mean lack of nutrition, lack of education, the child labor, child marriages. All these things are, hampering the growth of women. So, as far as my constituency is concerned, I have always taken up this issue because I feel that women need to be empowered, in the sense that, yes, I am not disregarding men. Men have their role to play. But then we need to lift up our women, because they too have a great role to play. As a family person, as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a sister, we have different roles to play. And I would always tell my people that, women have more responsibility towards the family. The man goes out, he goes and earns. In the end of the day, he comes home and he has everything ready for him. The food is ready. The children are put to bed. Who does all the work? It's the woman. And when you talk about, work for the women, let us face facts that only 29% of the women in the country are in the national workforce. So if that can happen, why can't they cover the 100%? Where is the other, 81%? We have a lot of potential for women in our state.
So I belong to the 6th clearate, as everyone knows about 6th clearate. So, according to my point of view, and I stand as a candidate, is the main thing is that I stand for the women, number one, and number two, I stand for the youth, and number three, I stand for the FSW, we call female sex worker, because we have so many female sex worker in our place, so we want to get rid. We know that the women needs help and strength. Why they became as a female sex worker? Due to jobless, and their child are roaming in the roads. I've seen people are dying, they are dying. You know, since coal ban was there, we lost everything in East India. From the royal family became the poorest and poorest. So, standing here, I just want to share a few words about the East India, what is happening as of now. There are so many dropouts, the drug addiction. So if we can get rid of those things, that is the main thing. And as a mother, as a sister, I want to be a candidate for those people. I want to win for the hearts of the people. You know, when first time I got this opportunity, people, all the men are against me. They are trying to harass me in the newspaper. But what happened? God says that God is the best. He knows the best thing about us. He gave me this opportunity to fight for the women's and also for the HIV positive also. I want them to live freely, like a free birds. So everyone is against them. And the stigma, I want to get rid of those things. I want them to live a free life. I haven't seen they are doing that as of now.
You've mentioned about illegal coal mining,
It's serious. Everyone knows that.
but the government is still denying. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
from that area.
Yeah, the women.
Can you highlight more of how it's going on, how people are doing these illegal mining activities?
People
About
are-
how?
As of now, then it is banned for the because election is going on. Before then, they are going. Everyone knows that.
Means that we want, as per the Supreme Court, whatever they do, but we want it to open, but as per the norms and as per the environmental rules. But it has to be opened, but according to the laws of the land.
During those good days, it is said that there is good days and bad days. So since the coal ban is there is bad days for East India. Moreover, in 6th period, everyone is dying. Child is not getting a benefit from the mother, and even there are so many dropouts. So only that.
So
I would like to request if this ban will be reopened, then it will be an opportunity for each and everyone. The only main issue is coal ban. If this will reopen, everything will be okay. We can try that also, but as early as possible. If it is too late, everything will be getting lost. Because as we all aware that the illegal coal mining is still going on.
Do you think the love can bring a protest to the police station?
Of course, sir, why not? You know that.
Not money.
Yes, sir. You know very well, love works more than money. God's blessing also at the same time. Yeah.
the importance of the vote, that one vote means it will change their whole lives. So one should never sell their vote. That is the only power that is equivalent to a rich and the poor. It has no class, nothing. Your vote is the most powerful vote. Powerful machine, you have in your hand to change the fate of your state, the country. So you must never sell your vote. That is the message we should also give.
And as a woman candidate, most probably she'll bring a lot of change in her area. See, they said she'll be working for the dropouts. See, what dropout, when there are dropouts, where will our youth go? They'll get involved in illegal things like drugs, or they take to wine.
Yeah.
And what happens? Then the society lives in a not a secure life, because there'll be lots of robbers, thieves. And then what about women? Even women, they don't, like she said, they're jobless. How will they feed their family? So if they don't get a proper job, then they take up, they become sex workers. So all this, if Janika is voted, then she'll bring a change to the Kelia constituency.
We have a huge percentage of single mothers. Well, the first thing I would like to request the men is to eliminate the notion of women as the weaker sex. Once we have that out of our minds, I think we are ready to empower the women. What is women empowerment? A woman who is empowered is a person who is self-dependent, self-motivated, and also a decision maker. So I feel that it is high time that as a representative of the Congress Party, if I come into power, I will see to it that the woman becomes the most important person, not just in the family, but in the society and in the state at large. That is to empower them to be decision makers, to give them a chance to decide on everything pertaining to the economy, or maybe social, or maybe spiritual spheres. So we need to have them, be equal with men. All right. So I request again, please take that out of your minds. The woman is not the weaker sex. Like in Khasi, they say, "Ushinrang day ukhat arbor, and kynthei kadei kabashibor." But we have to change that. I think the woman has more strength, stamina, power than the man, or maybe at par with the man. So please, I request again, the woman is not the weaker sex. Please change your mindset.
Ka Meghalaya TMC kawan ra shapi ya ka mai kan anda ka TMC kan thau sarkar ka Meghalaya TMC kan pinmi lailak teli ki kam habo kini kisan snem manwan barkum juru ban ajing ra pisa ka belong si hajar dikashi benai kata khat hajar dikashi snem ka barok ki samla ki bampat dan ni ka kam ka jam
Hakane ka apnyo trek urempang John ya ka sap jong pi haki artli ki sentil bat kershan ya ka Meghalaya TMC